Ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀, before the rise of empires and kingdoms, Odùduwà, Bàbá àtàwọn Yorùbá, sat upon the dust of Ile-Ife. And from his lineage marched a royal child, the Àkọ́bí Odùduwà, the crying child of royalty.
Ajíbọ́sìn Ọláwùmí.
The firstborn of Odùduwà, kò gbà kí wọ́n gba adé lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. Owu ni àkọ́kọ́ dá. Long before Old Ọ̀yọ́ or even Ìjẹ̀bú rose in power, Owu stood first, a warrior born of courage, forged in Ifa prophecies, and crowned in weeping. A royal line, born of tears, becomes a crown heavier than gold. Generations have come and gone, yet the spirit of Àkọ́bí Odùduwà still flows through our veins. We are the descendants of 6 chiefs, chosen by the crowned grandson of Odùduwà. We are not newcomers, we are the first in the line. Today, that legacy rests on the shoulders of one man, Ọba Professor Saka Adelola Matemilola.
The face of change, the living embodiment of restoration and renewal. Because today, change is here.
Before now, Owu
was quiet,
a kingdom of royalty and brilliance, but weighed down by hunger, poverty, and forgotten dreams. Mothers prayed in silence. Children went to school hungry. Young men wandered, waiting. Families broke apart under the weight of hardship. Our people were not broken, but they were tired. Until something shifted. Until a king stepped forward. Not with a sword, but with a vision. Not to rule, but to restore.
Today, Owu is rising again. Change has begun. In the sacred kingdom of Owu, where legacy flows through every breath of the land, a quiet revolution is taking place. For the first time in history, a royal palace is powered not by gold, oil, or wealth, but by the sun. The first green palace in the world. A palace that runs on 100% solar energy. No diesel. No smoke. No noise. Just clean, renewable power from the sky above. Under the visionary reign of the king. Owu Green Palace is not just a home for royalty. It is a message to the world. Our past is glorious, but our future is even brighter. While the world debates climate action, one African king chose to act. A palace with net zero carbon emissions. A first of its kind. Not in Europe, not in the West, but here, in Abeokuta, in Nigeria. It is innovation woven into tradition. Royalty with responsibility. A palace that shines, not just in splendor, but in purpose. This is not just a first. This is a global turning point. This is Africa, leading with light. This is the first green palace in the world. Powered by the sun. Designed for the future. Built for history. Today, over 5,000 children are on their way to school. Not just to learn, but to eat. Because a meal a day means more than food. It means focus, energy, dignity. A mother somewhere now sleeps in peace, knowing her child won't go to bed on an empty stomach. That is restoration, On the 17th of June 2025, something meaningful took place. His Royal Majesty, the Olowu of Owo Kingdom, in the company of his chiefs, the Commissioner for Education, and the Director of Special Education, visited a school tucked quietly within the community. A school dedicated to children with unique learning needs. It was a day of reflection, of compassion, and of renewed commitment to the future. What they saw was not just a school, it was potential, already taking shape. But more could still be done. And so, a royal promise was made. Not to take over, but to lean in. To strengthen what exists. To continue where others have paused. To ensure that no child is left behind. That day marked the birth of the Daniel Model School project. A vision to transform this school into a true model for inclusive education. A place where every child, regardless of their pace or learning style, is seen, supported, and set up to thrive. Where water runs, beds are made, classrooms inspire, and health is prioritized. The Daniel Model School project. Named in honor of a life of service and excellence, this initiative, led by His Royal Majesty, is a legacy project to redefine what inclusive education should look like in Nigeria. This is not a renovation. It is a transformation into a model school for children with specialized learning needs. Over 200 women, many who had never seen a bank loan before, now run thriving businesses. Not from handouts, but from structured, interest-free microloans, designed for dignity and growth. They repay. They refer others. They lift each other. A sisterhood is rising in Owu. That is restoration. Thousands now walk into hospitals and clinics. And walk out without paying a single naira. Because the king created a free health insurance program for the most vulnerable. Babies are born safely. The elderly are treated with care. The once abandoned clinics are now sanctuaries of healing. That is restoration. Scholarships for over 360 students. Tutorials and examination fees paid. Mentorship dreams rekindled. Children who once skipped class for lack of books or food are now preparing for university. That is restoration. And then, something magical happened. The king didn't just bring aid. He brought identity. There was a time when the cowrie was our pride. A symbol of value, of culture, of trade. It built kingdoms. It fed generations. It connected us. But somehow, along the way, we let it slip away. Today, many of our children have never seen one. They don't know its meaning. But not anymore. Under the visionary leadership of our king, the cowrie has returned, not just as a token of the past, but as a tool for the future. A currency that now puts food in the hands of students. Gives girls free sanitary pads. Pays for books. Essentials. Dignity. It is cultural. It is educational. It is powerful. It is reviving commerce in a way that honors who we are. With every shell exchanged, we remember. We are Yoruba. We are Owu. And our story is still being written. The cowrie lives again. Not in museums, but in the hands of our people. This is Olowu money. This is legacy in motion.
This is not the work of charity. This is the work of leadership. The king has turned kingship into community. Power into purpose. The palace into a beacon. He has shown us what modern-day governance looks like. One that feeds. One that empowers. One that protects. One that sees. From a kingdom that was watching time pass by, to a people that now know. Change is not coming. Change is here.
Orúkọ mi ni Ìyáàfin Adékúnlé Abọ́sẹ̀dé, tí mo jẹ́ kan lára àwọn òbí àwọn ọmọ Olowu Scholar ti ọdún tó lọ. Mo ń fi àkókò yìí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọba wa Kabiyesi, Professor Mátemilọ́lá Sàká, bí ẹ ṣé gidi gan. Ojú òní tì yín, àwọn ọmọ yín náà á máa rá láàánú. Mo dẹ̀ ń fi àsìkò yìí sọ wípé ọmọ náà ti ní admission síléèwé gíga ti fò náà. Ẹ ṣé gidi gan.
Kábíyèsí, èmi ni Ìyáàfin Ṣóyè láti Tòdòrò. A dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín fún akitiyan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣe lórí àwọn ọmọ wa láti gbàgbé lórí scholarship fún àìmọye oríṣiríṣi ìlọsíwájú lórí àwọn ọmọ wa. Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ wà pẹ̀lú yín, Ọlọ́run á ràn yín lọ́wọ́, adé á pẹ́ lórí, bàtà á pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀, ẹṣin òkú ọba jẹun pẹ́, àwọn olórí àpẹ́ láàfin, gbogbo ìgbìyànjú tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń ṣe. Èmi ni scholarship, èmi ni ìgbìyànjú lórí kán lè tẹ̀síwájú lórí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́, lórí ẹ̀kọ́ wọn, lórí ìtẹ́lọ́rùn nínú ìlú. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ni à ń gbìyànjú. A dẹ̀ mọ̀ lórí, a dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn tẹ́ ẹ jọ ń ṣiṣẹ́, àwọn òjòyè láàfin, àwọn ìtọ́wà lọ́fíìsì náà. In fact, Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú yín o.
Hello everyone, my name is Olowu Chamak from Ebonyi State, but I base here in Abeokuta. And I'm also one of the Olowu Scholars of 2024 section, which benefits from a great opportunity. I and my family are here to thank our great daddy, Oba Professor Saka Matemilola, for the great opportunity that he gave to we Olowu Scholars. He did not only give us a free lesson, but also paid for our work money and jam. Are you kidding me? What else would you want from a great king like him? I am a family. I'm here to say thank you.
My name is Waris Karim. I'm an SS1C. Mo lọ sí school ọ̀dẹ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Kábíyèsí pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan ló ṣe fún mi àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ dé òpin pẹ̀lú ìyàwó wọn. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn títí dídí àsìkò yìí. Gbogbo oríṣi pẹ̀lú ìwé tọ́lá fún mi. Mo wá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn gan. Gbogbo nǹkan ló ṣe. Ibi tó rọ̀ pàánù sí pẹ̀lú ibi tó rọ̀ pàánù sí, àwọn abáláàánú parí. Ibi tó àwọn ọmọ wọn pàánù sí, àwọn abáláàánú parí.
So, ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ o. A wọnú ọdún tuntun. Ẹ bá mi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Kábíyèsí àti ìyàwó wọn olórí Ajijat Mátemilọ́lá. Gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n gbẹ́kẹ̀lé kò ní dòfo. Àrídùnnú wọn ò ní dìbàjẹ́. Olórí á ṣiṣẹ́ ìdí. Ní agbára Ọlọ́run, bàbá pẹ́ fún wa títí. Ẹ̀mí wọn ò ní pin lójijì. Gbogbo ibikíbi táwọn ọmọ wọn bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ sí, wọn á máa bójú rere Ọlọ́run pàdé.
My name is Akimolola Hasimi. I'm from Olowu Kingdom and I'm a beneficiary of the TAFTA Scriptwriting and Arts Program business. I want to use this opportunity to thank our Kabiyesi, Oba Professor Saka Matemilola, and our Olori Aminat Matemilola for the opportunity. Long may you reign, Kabiyesi, Kade Pẹ̀lú Bàtà Pẹ̀lẹ́sẹ̀.
All this was done in just 3 years. 3 years of sacrifice, sweat, late nights and early mornings. 3 years of believing when nobody else could see it. Of planting seeds where there was only dry land. Of feeding mouths that had forgotten the taste of hope. Of mothers sleeping better because their children are not going to bed hungry. 3 years. And look what has become of it. Now pause. Close your eyes. Imagine what could happen in 10 years. Not dreams. Not maybes. Not potential. Reality. History. Legacy. But here's the truth. We are not waiting for permission. We are not begging. We are not asking the world to notice us before we begin. We are moving. And we are moving fast. Because this is bigger than a project. Bigger than any one person. Bigger than tradition. Bigger than applause. This is legacy. The kind your children will read about in books. The kind your grandchildren will hear about and say, "My family was part of that." So the real question is not, will change happen? It already has. The real question is, will you be part of it or left behind? Will you watch from the comfort of distance? Or will you step into the fire of purpose? Will you spectate? Or will you stand? Will you leave a mark? Or just leave excuses? Because there's a space for you here. A space to give, to serve, to build, to belong. You don't need a title. You don't need to be wealthy. You just need to care enough to act. You have a role in this story. But the only shame is silence. The only mistake is standing still. We are building the future with or without you. But let's be honest. It's better with you. Because this kingdom is not just rising. It's awakening. And when the books are written, when the children stand on your shoulders, when the story of this revival is told, what will your name say? Spectator or builder? Join us. Support the Olowu Hope Initiative. Become part of the legacy. Because when they tell the story of this kingdom's revival, your name should be in it.